the start screen, and then comes the fun part. We are on the quest for the wooden sword. Now, the wooden sword, of course, is going to be in any of the open caves in Hyrule, because it would be rude if it wasn't.
You know it's going to be the bottom left again.
I'm always more of a fan of it being up in Death Mountain, honestly.
Ah, here we go. No, nice and close to start.
Yep, and you will notice that KillerApp is playing as the merchant sprite, which is one of the options in the game. And you'll also notice that as the merchant, he gets to buy things from Link. So in this game, Link is doing what any normal 10-year-old should do, having a lemonade stand.
Well, it looks like he found the lemonade, because that's a potion shop.
Exactly. And we also have 77 rupee keys, which is pretty nice. But there it is. I hate book, change my mind. Every single person in these shops is going to tell us that they hate book until you show them book.
Ooh, that's not a good screen.
No, but it could be worse. There could be wizards on it.
Ooh, take any. Now where are we going this time?
Well, nowhere right now on KillerApp's side, opting to not take it. Rich is going to opt to take it. Yes, alrighty. So that right there, that screen that Rich is on, fantastic screen to see from your any roads. Why is that a fantastic screen?
Oh.
Because,
death there for KillerApp.
Yeah. But as we were saying there, that's the best screen, one of the best screens to see on any roads, because that means the recorder is not required to get into a dungeon.
Yep.
Now, of course, it still may be required for a dig dogger block, but it is not required to get into a dungeon, which, you know, I'm always a fan of taking any roads and seeing the raft spots or the recorder lake, because, hey, that's one less thing I have to worry about.
Yep, nice to get those locks out of the way as quickly as possible. Ooh. Oh, and yeah, but the take any selection isn't very good, though. It's like 2 take any's in one spot. So.
Yeah, never fun when your take any's are pretty close to start and they don't get you anywhere. But what is fun is 60 rupee arrows and 55 rupee meat. So for just the low price of 115 rupees, you can not only have a meat, but a stick to skewer it on over your fire.
Shish kebabs are always good.
Why do we always shish Bob? What did Bob do to you, huh?
Ooh. I've always had a problem with that screen myself.
Not the worst screen in the world. Blue Octoroks forming there are a lot easier to deal with than some of the other things that could form there, like Lionels or Wizrobes or anything that, you know, likes to kill you.
Anything with beams. Not medium secret. Not the greatest medium secret I've seen. Only 27. And another potion shop. Ooh, and another death. So aside from the wooden sword, they're also looking for a take any item cave. That'll give them a nice, you know, free items.
Yep, options there, including candle and heart container. But as we see here, yeah, exactly.
Well, that's not good, because that means there's no free items.
Yeah, but at the same time, it does mean we are 33% of the way there to guaranteeing ourselves the white sword item, whatever it is. Because that, of course, gets shuffled as well, and anywhere from 4 to 6 hearts as the requirement on the white sword item.
If the white sword item is any good.
Well, we found level 9.
I'm just a little bit behind on the stream, I think.
Alright, well, level 9 being up in the top corner of the map is very interesting because it's a pain to get to, especially if there's going to be nothing else up here. And so far, there's nothing else up here except the wooden sword. So radiorichg definitely going to have the early advantage here with not just the wooden sword, but the extra heart container. And we are going to find out is what our free coast item is. And ooh, both of our runners are going to be trying to search for the ladder because we're getting our fancy jewelry on.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, I'm behind a little bit. So I don't know if that's my internet or what.
So what we have here is we have a small secret of 6 rupees happening, and that's in the vanilla candle shop over to the east of level 4. Vanilla level 5 is normally located. You see Rich there going ahead and killing some of the blue moblins, definitely digging for a bomb drop here. Now, I know the mechanics there are, what, 1, 6, 8 for your bomb droppers, but trying to get the, excuse me, to know where you are on the universal count, never good there. But we are in a level here, and it is level 2 over on radiorichg's side. So far, the 2 levels we've found, up in the far right-hand corner, and up in vanilla level 5.
He's gonna up A to get some health back. Ooh, his robes.
Wizrobes, never fun to see. However, Gibdo's a little bit easier to see. However, in a room with spike traps and fireballs, nothing is ever good to see.
If they're lucky, they'll... Ooh, I guess they're not lucky. I was gonna say if they were lucky, they could get some bombs, but...
Nope. The one good thing about this room full of Wizrobes is it's just, in quotation marks, orange Wizrobes. They're slightly easier to handle than the blue Wizrobes, which just like to teleport everywhere like little spazzes.
Ooh. And they hurt a lot. Their beams hurt a lot more too than the other type.
Yep, Wizrobe beams, and one other thing do the same amount of damage. The Wizrobe beams will, with the green tunic, will deal Link 4 hearts of damage. Only one other thing in the game will do that amount of damage, and that item is
Ganon?
Ganon Tugs.
So Ganon's an item?
Well, I mean, bacon.
Fair enough.
Speaking of items, we got a heart container on the ground in level 2. Now, 50-50 chance that is the actual heart container.
It's not.
No, actually, we know it's the actual heart container because we already got the shuffled heart container from the Armos item, so we know that is not the item, the actual floor item. So we have to figure out what that is. Unfortunately, we are missing some keys there in level 2, so we're going to have to come back later, and it is never fun to have to come back to a dungeon this far out of the way.
Meanwhile, KillerApp's checking out level 1. Vanilla level 1. And what do we got here? Ugh, those are not very good prices for the bombs. But the candle's pretty cheap.
Unfortunately, can't afford either one of them. And I would pay that price for bombs. I would definitely pay that price for candle. What I would not do is get spun around like a top and have these levers treat me like a government mule like it's happening on KillerApp's side. What? You've never heard the phrase being whipped like a government mule?
No, I haven't.
Oh. Well, there we go. We learn something new every day. So right now, this seems to be The Legend of Zelda, The Quest for Bombs, which, well, is pretty much normally how this game plays, whether you do vanilla runs of it, whether you do randomizer runs of it, or anything. But we are going to get our first 4-pack of bombs. KillerApp immediately putting them to use at Monocle Rock, and what do you know? If you're going to find a level, finding level 1's a good one to find.
Yep, there's going to be 2 items, one in a chamber and the other one lying on the ground.
Yeah, but unfortunately, we are 2 for 2 on Wizrobe dungeons.
Oh, no.
Yep. Oh, and also level 1 deciding it wants to get a little hands-on here. But we do have the map. And you'll notice where we got the map, something a little funky happened.
Yeah. Where is it? Oh.
Yeah, that little funky thing is where we enter the dungeon.
Now, that's not at the bottom.
No, that is not any room that is on the outside of the dungeon, that touches the outside path at all, can be considered an entry point. And we have another dungeon over on Rich's side. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you what it is quite yet. As soon as I get that information, I will. But again, that's the another one of the new things implemented here in this version of the randomizer is, well, the random start rope.
Oh, those bunnies.
Yeah, having to kill bunnies with a sword, never fun.
So you know what this means? Means Bo is bunny blocked.
Yes, because technically they can guard the bow.
Oh, but I mean they're probably going to guard the bow. Oh. And what do we got in this cave here?
Absolutely nothing.
Oh, that's a hint. It's too bad he doesn't know what it means.
Yeah, we also have got another dungeon here. That's 2 dungeons on Candle Row over on Rich's side. I will say, if we were playing the vanilla dungeon colors, that's the dungeon color of level 5, but I'm not entirely sure. From where we're starting, it looks like it could potentially be level 5. We'll take a look and see what we get from this staircase, though. Well, that staircase is giving us an offensive upgrade. White Sword Get.
So I'm guessing this is 3 then.
Pretty good chance that this is level 3 here. Also pretty good chance that these Gibdos are just being an absolute pain, but they did give us some bombs over on KillerApp's side. White Sword early is always something I'm very happy to see, because especially in this set of flags, where you only need to get 5 Triforces, chances are you're not going to get enough hearts to get yourself to the point where you can get the magical sword. So White Sword, especially early on where you can help you a lot, is huge for your progression.
Yeah, and it definitely helps a lot with your combat, especially if you're not very good. I know my combat's not very good.
I learned my combat from Crimson Affix, which means hug everything.
Yeah, but he probably also taught you a few other things. Ooh, red candle.
Red Candle is great, especially for KillerApp there, because he has no candle, so he didn't have to pay the money for it. So that is going to be a huge, huge boon there. Again, Red Candle is one of those items where the earlier you find it, the happier you are. Unfortunately, the earlier you find a Wizro Beam, you're never happy.
Ugh. And that's good. Aside from saving money on the candle, it also means that they get another heart in the take any.
That is true, and as we said, especially in seeds like this where you're not necessarily finding all of the items, well, you know, a little more life, a little more love, always where you want to be. And oh, just bunnies everywhere.
Planet of the Bunnies.
You know, I'm okay with Planet of the Bunnies. It's better than Planet of the Apes, I guess. I mean, the only thing about Planet of the Bunnies that scares me is whatever section of that planet the Angora bunnies are at. Because if you ever touched it, seen and or petted an Angora rabbit, those things are so fluffy.
So did we see any items in one yet?
Aside from the red candle, we are still looking for the floor
so
drop.
we got the candle, so yeah, we're still looking for a floor drop then.
Yep, and of course the Triforce here. And speaking of hearts, radiorichg over there on the right-hand side, that's now 6 hearts, so whatever we find the white sword item to be, we can get.
Let's hope it's good.
Let's hope it's book.
Yeah, book would be alright.
Now, normally, in most other variations of this randomizer, I say let's hope it's book to be trolly. Now I say let's hope it's book because I want hints. I want to know everything. Oh, and getting bubbled into the bottom door there, so we're going to break that out. But does get rewarded with another key, which we immediately spend.
And, oh, there's the Triforce.
Yeah, Triforce in the room there south. A little bit of bunny action
Oh
down the
no.
right.
No, 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 no. Alright, I'm calling it now. It looks like we found the bow.
The over-the-top reaction to just the room full of bunnies is just no, and it just keeps escalating. I can't wait to see what happens when we find a room full of wizrobes.
I believe that's where I quit the race. The last time I did a race, it was one where there was like 10 blue wizrobes had the power bracelet, and all the other quality of life items were locked behind the power bracelet. So I'm like, yeah, take it and run.
Yep.
Come back with the white sword, maybe.
Or bow and arrow. I mean, and the one good thing about level 1 is it's fairly easy to get to. It's a very accessible spot, so we can come back here pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But as we said, we've already got our picks in. Jiggly over here wants it to be the bow and 1. I'm not going to lie. I think that would be hilarious.
I wanted to be the bow. I'm telling you, that's where the bow's going to be.
Either way, we've already got our calls in. That's hilarious to me. I love it. KillerApp back up here in the northeast side of Hyrule. Gonna bomb into here and probably gonna find level 9 over here, because that's what we found over here earlier with Rich. Wow, level 1. Look at me.
He just found level 4.
Yeah, I got bunnies on the brain.
That's not a bad place to be.
I mean, no, bunnies on the brain is not the worst place to be. Well, unfortunately for us, we are not getting our wish of a trolley white sword item. Down in the grave, at the one bomb spot in the grave, we found our white sword item, and it is everybody's favorite musical instrument, the recorder.
Ah, yes, the tooty flute.
Yep, one toot on this whistle will send you to, well, somewhere.
Fun fact, the warp whistle sound in Super Mario 3 is the exact same as the warp whistle in this game.
Which one came first?
Well, this one. Also, Minish Cap as well. The ocarina, same sound. Ow.
And more wizrobes over on radiorichg's side of the thing.
Oh, no.
Oh God.
Okay,
no.
this isn't Uncle Wizzy's house. This is Uncle Wizzy's villa. Uncle Wizzy's mansion.
This is just painful. Like that room. Gyptos, a Vire, a couple of wizrobes. There's nothing fun about that room.
I think Uncle Wizzy just bought up all of the real estate.
Yep, probably, but we have confirmation now that the pink level over on Candle Row is in fact a Bubble Pop Pink level 7. Now, I'm not sure what kind of demon is going to paint their lair Bubble Pop Pink, but hey, you know, to each their own. I just can't picture demons in pink. Demons in pink just don't go. Demons in red, demons in black. Pink and demon just don't go in my head together.
I could answer that question, but for the sake of wanting to keep it clean.
Fair enough. And oh, we have got some tanky, thick boy manhandles.
Ooh, you could even say they're beefy.
Yeah, but I'm sure manhandle is, you know, aren't they just plants?
Yeah. And,
good news. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, speaking of food, we got the pancakes over here. Those likes. Ooh, it looks like they like Link a little too much.
Do they like Link or do they like Merchant?
No, I guess they like the Merchant.
I mean, he does sell wares, and occasionally he does sell the meat. So I mean, I can see why they'd want to, you know, get themselves some.
Hey, if they're the Merchant, how come they don't get a discount?
Something about being unable to discount certain things.
Well, I suppose. I guess you wouldn't.
Unfortunately, we're not getting our wish of the bunnies guarding the bow because whatever level Rich is in over here, that's got our bow.
Well, that's great news for the runners.
Well, yes, but it's less entertaining news for us, and that is level 6, just based on the shape of that map.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So, Bo buried, not necessarily buried in 6, but actually pretty early on in this level 6.
Wait, 6? I thought that was 4.
Was it 4? Could be 4.
See, now the thing is I actually can't see the top of that particular screen.
None of us can, so...
Yeah, so
nope, you're right, that's 4. Nope,
yeah,
you're
it's
correct,
4.
that
Yeah,
is
you can
4.
see it when they change screens.
Yep. Nope, we got
Yep,
the
there
map
you
there.
go.
That is 4. You are correct.
Oh yeah, that's 4.
See, this brings me back to the first one of the first tournaments where we entered from the bottom, but you didn't have the level number on top. So we have to we get to guess what it is. I like that. I miss that.
I still prefer my shapes.
Yeah, but it is a nice, refreshing break to not have to worry about playing Find the Bomb Hole and just to know where everything is. Speaking of knowing where everything is, we ran into one of the 2 bosses that are going to be here in level 4. Everyone's favorite fresh maker, Aquamentos. And for the record, it is not necessarily a law in Hyrule, but it is highly recommended that you do not mix Diet Cola and Aquamentos. Bad things happen. Speaking of bad things happening to Killer App over on the left-hand side of our screen, as he's going to do Hyrule's favorite, I wouldn't say the safety dance, but it's definitely some kind of dance. Has the Triforce out of level 7 and says, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, those land molas are no fun.
Alright, so speaking of land molas, I'm going to bring it up again. We brought it up last night, and we're going to bring it up again. I am petitioning to call large groups of land molas a squiggle.
A squiggle of land molas?
Yes. Like, you know how you have a murder of crows and a school of fish? You have a squiggle of land molas.
Yep. I'll tell the Zelda 3 community that one.
But what we have here is we have just a cavalcade of Gibdos, and the good news for Killer App here is, well, that's going to be a white sword. The better news for Killer App, there's bombs, but unfortunately that mummy Gibdo wanted to keep those bombs under wraps and said, no thank you, you cannot take them.
Sorry, I'm so much better with the puns when I'm in chat.
Dark Balls, I will fight you on Squiggle of Landmos.
Well, what else are you gonna call them? Danger Noodles?
Danger Next on Salsa 1 Randomizer, when ramen attacks! Rich over here has found another level as I'm attempting to regain my composure. This feels like a level 3 based on what's going on, but we'll figure it out here in a minute.
Level something. Oh.
Well, I can promise you that's not level 3 because there are no Dark Rooms in level 3, but what I can say is we have run into a squiggle of Danger Noodles.
Oh no.
I can't unsee that now. Anyway, we
Those
got
are nasty.
going through level 5, and yeah, that is an absolutely nasty set. Okay.
That's one of the screens where The red candle would definitely come in handy.
Absolutely. The other thing you could do is if you wanted to run in and quickly clip into the blocks there, you could do that. We saw that in one of the races last night. But gonna opt to instead use the blue whiz robe trick where you stand in here, place your bomb, and hope they run into it. Unfortunately, now we're at that little place where we're at the the bottom of the bowl here, and we gotta hope that the danger noodles fall onto the fork. Unfortunately, they didn't.
Ooh. Nope. Oh. Oh. No. All you gotta do is beat one of those, and then when you come back, both of them will be gone.
Yep, one of the fun little coding bugs you can exploit.
Well, I wouldn't call it a bug exactly. How the game actually stores how enemies are defeated is that it actually has a counter. So I think there's about 10 enemies maximum per room. So I guess what happens is that all of those Landmola segments count. So that I guess... oh, there's a dig dogger. If only they had the recorder.
Well, eventually we get over to the grave, we will. So what you're saying is, so defeating one set of the Landmolas increments that counter to the point where it just says you're good?
Yeah, probably. And I don't remember if the Landmolas have the boss flag, though. I think they might... Well, I think they... Yeah, actually, I'm not quite sure. I think they don't come back when you're in the dungeon, but I think they come back when you go back in.
I know they come back when you go back in. I think they stay dead in the dungeon, although they may come back if you go a certain number of rooms away.
Yeah, I know that some of them have some enemies have the boss flag. So, like Patras don't ever come back.
Thank everything that Patras comes back. Although I still want Fred to implement the devious little thing that Crimson Havoc suggested a long time ago, which was Patrobes.
Yes, Patrobes.
Yes, which for those uninitiated means replacing the little mini Patrites that orbit around Patra with blue Wizrobes.
Well, the only problem is, though, is that they'd all be firing at you. Or would they just all go off in, like, different directions?
I don't know. I just want to see it happen. Also, Rich found yet another take anyone you want, and instead of taking a heart, he decided he wanted some potion. And KillerApp decides, I want 137 delicious rupees.
Well, that'll come in handy. Especially for that Goma block silver arrows that are probably not going to happen because I just mentioned it.
Oh,
of course, now that I mentioned it, I'm probably gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned bow and one through the bunnies, and that wasn't there, so...
Well, I guess you can say I'm sort of anti-cursing the players.
Oh gosh. And now chat's helping out even more. In addition to danger noodles, we have another word for Landmola, a nope rope. So so for those of you in chat right now, take your pick. Are we talking about danger noodles or nope ropes? And if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, sound off in the comments below with either hashtag danger noodle or hashtag nope rope.
A squiggle of nope ropes. But wait a second, though. They're not they are nope ropes because we have ropes already.
Yeah. So,
right?
but my question is, a squiggle of danger noodles or a squiggle of nope ropes? So go ahead and everyone sound off in chat while KillerApp is exploring the grave and Radio Rich is over here exploring the northeast yet again.
Well, at least they're not silly string.
Oh gosh. God, no. No, I can't. I can't. And we got actually a pretty even split over here in chat. We've got nope rope, we got hashtag nope rope, hashtag danger noodle, and of course our tracker behind the scenes here, who is J-Dirk. Shout outs to J-Dirk doing all the tracking. wants to call them wiggle worms, which of the three options, that one's just sort of meh.
Yeah, they're worms. Of course they're wiggly.
I mean, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, if they were squiggly, that would be different, but you know.
Right. Moldorms are wiggle worms. You're not wrong there, Darklake. You're definitely not wrong. But this has gone way, way off the rails. What we are going to find here is KillerApp is going to go ahead and be able to find the recorder. Unfortunately, it is not 4 hearts, so it's either 5 or 6 that we're going to need to pick that up.
And that was level 2, that was at level 5, right? And
it was level 2, and radiorichg was key blocked out of it, so coming back in with 1 key and a blue ring, hoping to continue on, and we have level 4, which we knew was level 4.
Well, it might be just enough to get another key, or maybe even a magic key. You never know.
The world may never know. And yes, that was very much a Tootsie Pop reference. Good news for Rich, that last Wizrobe decided he wanted to give up a bomb. Bad news for KillerApp. The Dodongo said, no thank you, bomb, and he's going to have to move on without getting bombs, and decides he's going to hug one of the blue enemies in that room. I'm not exactly sure which one it was, but doesn't matter. That's the blue Wizrobe Gibdo Vire room.
That was a Wizrobe.
Why am I not surprised? Also, we have more Gibdos in Fireball turret rooms, you know, because we need that.
Yep. An entire sarcophagus of mummies.
Okay, I like that one. A sarcophagus is a group of Gibdo. I like that one.
Yes, we're just gonna name everything.
So we're calling him a Belfry of Keys, then?
Well, actually, no. That would be like I don't know. That would be like an any key of keys, I guess.
An any? Oh, boo!
Any keys.
Boo! You're right. I think I like your puns better in text form.
And then, of course, these would be a handful of Wallmasters.
Okay, that one's good. That one I like. Oh.
Ah. Okay, did they all just disappear? I think they all just disappeared. I know some of the screens have a special setting where if you defeat one monster, all of them go.
Yep, and there is one of those in Vanilla Level 2. In the speedrun, it is a Gorilla Master.
Yep.
So there is one of those in Level 2. It's really fun when you get that in the in the Coin Boss robe. So that potion that Rich had being put to good use here, and good news, we got a compass.
And KillerApp has the bow. So it's one of the pieces of the puzzle down.
Yes, now the question is, what's guarding the compass? I mean, the Triforce. And what's guarding the item? Oh, that is never good. Dying to Wizrobes and everything is one thing. But when you're sitting there and you accidentally walk into the keys, it's the worst feeling in the world. It's like dying to a gel. It's like dying to a gel and dying to a key. So you're just like, oh no. You just want to go crawl up into a hole and just ignore everything for a little bit.
Yeah. That's like being attacked by Jello.
Well, if you've seen some of the hospital Jello flavors, I can understand that.
I have.
You've been attacked by Jello?
Well, no, I wouldn't eat hospital Jello.
I think the fact that you've been attacked by Jello tells us everything we need to know.
Do you know there was a Jello Man comic?
I did not.
Yeah. So anyway, it looks like KillerApp is going back to the beginning.
Yeah, it looks like we are going to have to play bomb holes here. Now, the one thing to know about level 2 is we can bomb our way through it. And we already have the old man room, so as long as we aren't bombing down into that, we can bomb our way through the entirety of level 2.
Yep, there's more bombs.
Also,
And...
shout-outs to the Triforce being in its vanilla location here.
Oh yeah, but not the vanilla room. Or, I mean, not the vanilla room shape. Oh, just a 5er.
So that means we are going to have to kill one of those rooms full of Wizrobes and or Goma to get the item here in level 2. Other things of note, KillerApp on our left-hand side did pick up the 5th heart piece, so that means 50-50 chance of being able to get the recorder now. radiorichg going to go ahead and pick up the first Triforce match over on the right-hand side, which is the Triforce out of level 2.
Yep. So let's see, where was that Dig Dogger block? Was that in level...
5.
What was that? 5?
That was in 5, yep.
How vanilla.
Hey, some people's favorite flavor is vanilla. To those people, I tell them cookie dough exists.
No, man, cotton candy's better.
Cotton candy ice cream?
Yes.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
What kind of savage country do you come from?
America?
Oh, well. I guess we do it better in Canada.
Oh, wait, hold on. No one told me I was working with a Canadian tonight.
Meh. But couldn't you tell by my accent, eh?
I mean... No? I was... Okay.
Yeah, but I don't act like a Canadian, do I?
No, I've never heard Canadian pun.
Ooh.
Anyhow, Rich is saying no thank you out of level 2 because it's either Gomas or Wizrobes, and frankly, I don't blame that decision one bit. No way of killing the Gomas, and blue Wizrobes, no bueno.
Oh.
And it's not that I come from a savage country. I'm not sure how I feel about cotton candy ice cream because it's... The thing with cotton candy is it's flavored sugar, but it's that texture of cotton candy that makes it so delicious. I don't know if that would work in ice cream.
Well, it is more of a flavor than just texture, exactly. But it's definitely a flavor. It's nostalgic for me. But really, all ice cream.
I mean, you're not wrong. Ice cream is definitely, when it comes to desserts, it's right up there on the tier list.
Yeah.
Aerodyne, I am not going to embrace cotton candy ice cream because I don't want to get cold and or sticky.
I'm not touching that.
Embrace, aka hug.
Yeah, well, I'm still not touching that.
Well, because you don't want to get ice cream everywhere. I don't blame you. Also, Lionel's and P-Hat's playing very good guards down here on the coast, but KillerApp does manage to get in there and does manage to get yet another heart container, which is going to be 7 over there on the left-hand side of our screen, which means we are now guaranteed, if we can go down to New Orleans for a bit, to get the recorder.
And with 3 more, they have a shot at the magic sword. Although I highly doubt anyone's going to pull that out.
Well, if you have the hearts when you come across it, I definitely check. And I have been asked via chat how I feel about banana splits, and the answer is banana split is top tier dessert.
Banana.
Finally, a co-commentator who gets it. But Radio Rich here is in level 1. We know what was in here. Well, part of what was in here because of Killer App earlier. We know we're going to find ourselves a red candle. We know we're going to find ourselves a Triforce. And we know we're going to find ourselves a bunch of bunnies. Which is appropriate, considering, well...
Now, what is the worst thing that the bunnies could be hiding?
The silver arrows.
Is that really the worst thing?
Oh, worst thing? Oh, worst thing is the magic boomerang.
Yeah, probably. You want to know how useless the magic boomerang is? It is literally just one value that is changed. There is no special code to make it speed up or anything.
So the only thing that's changed is the distance code.
Exactly.
Oh, and the color code.
Yeah, well, color. Because I guess magic is blue.
And Lord Banana, we all know, is yellow.
I used to always pick up the magic boomerang when I played this game.
And then you learned.
Yeah, and then I learned it doesn't work quite as well. Because it takes too long to come back. And besides, that speed increase is just an illusion.
It's all in your head.
Yep.
But what's not in our head is Radio Rich picking up his second Triforce of the match, which is the Triforce out of level 1.
So did they take a look at the bunny room and snope out?
I believe so.
Well, that might be a good move, that might not be. The world will never know, and now I'm just repeating what you're saying.
There are worse people to repeat. I promise you that. But Killer App now back over here in the grave going to be like, yep, I need me some flute. And we do have Radio Rich here opting to go north in level 1, which we did not have happen over on Killer. Oh, we might have, because I think we might have had the red candle here in this room with the Gibdos. So, yeah, no, we did go up here.
Yeah. Wait a second. Yeah, the red candle was in one of the side rooms. So...
Yep, and there is the red candle, and Rich gonna go ahead and get it. And red candle is definitely a good item here because it's going to allow our runners to have some sort of projectile offense right now, and especially in rooms full of Keese and Gibdos, which we've seen a ton of Gibdos in this seed. It is going to provide a measure of repeatable offense that doesn't involve swinging the sword.
Well, if you can pin an enemy between the wall, then there won't be any knockback, and they'll take damage multiple times. And that's something that you can't really pull off with the wand book combo.
No, but what you can pull off is finding level 3 for Killer App.
What was in level 3 again?
Did we find it? I don't think we did. I'm pretty sure the answer was more pain and suffering.
Well, there's always that.
Speaking of, we have even more Wiz Robes. Because that seems to be the deal in level 1, is like all of the Wiz Robes. Unfortunately for Killer App, we are completely out of keys. However, there is a way he can get in there, and yeah, go down. Nope. So the way it works is if he goes down that ladder and then back up, he will actually unlock the key. There he goes. He's going to do it now, but yeah, this will unlock that door in 3 so he can continue on.
Yep.
And the reason that works has to do with the fact that the game sees both those screens on the same level, not underworld, overworld, and also another squiggle of danger noodles.
That's why we don't know what the item in 3 is.
Yes, the squiggle of danger noodles, and this, I believe, the last time we were in here, we kind of lost it for a little bit.
Yeah.
Also,
the
and
red
this is
candle's
another
going to help a
reason.
lot more with this.
Oh yeah, red candle is in rooms like
Yeah,
this.
see,
We can sneak in
look at
there.
that.
Fantastic.
Yep. They're just melting like butter.
Hey, buttered noodles.
Just don't get hit.
Oh! As you
Ooh.
mentioned earlier, all I would have had to do was exit in the room and come back, and it would have been gone.
Oh! Could have just... Oh. And Rich is going back into level 2 again, it seems.
That's very interesting.
Well, between the two of them, they only have 2 Triforces each. So, we still don't know where a ladder is. I don't know, did we even find any ladder blocks?
I don't know. I think all of our blocks have been Wizrobe in nature.
Oh. Come on, no, that... Oh.
There we go. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's just a bomb drop! It's just a bomb drop! Ah! Also, this Goma giving radiorichg the absolute business here. Nothing worse than having to dodge not just a Goma fireballs, but all of the tower fireballs as well while trying to get a shot off. That is never fun.
This is a good room for purchasing the magic shield for.
Yep. Hey, I'm going to give credit. The amount of dancing that Rich is doing in this room has been pretty fantastic so far. Opting to use the second potion, hoping and praying that this is the drop and it's not guarded behind all of those unfortunately blue robe fellers. And it is, unfortunately, not an item he was looking for, but definitely going to be happy to have the wand.
Well, that would have come in handy. That'll come in handy against the land molas and anything except Wizrobes.
Yep, and you can actually kill darkness with the wand. You just got to actually bash them over the head with it.
You know, one time I was messing about in the game's RAM, and I don't know what I did, but I did something so that the wand was always sticking out and always firing, and it was like absolutely devastating. If I could find a way to replicate that effect, that would just be overpowered.
Well, as soon as you figure out how to do that, let me know so I can actually, figure that out in my games. And what would we call that?
I think we would call that somebody with too much time on their hands.
You said it, not me.
I've played around with Zelda 1 for a while.
Well, it is a classic after all.
Oh yeah, well, I actually got started with everything with a game called Zelda Classic. So it was pretty good.
You know, when you said good there, that's the first time I actually heard the Canadian accent.
Oh no. Good, eh?
Not very good. The magical boomerang. Ew.
Yeah, no.
So KillerApp has no need to kill this room actually, because it's the only thing it could be is a potential heart drop, because we know where the Triforce is. Unfortunately, does get sniped by a blue gorilla.
So...
And then immediately beset upon by the squiggle of danger noodles.
So let's see here now. So items and levels, what have we got? So level 1 was the red candle, and we don't know what the other item is, right?
Correct.
Level 2 was the wand. Level 3 was the
Inferior model.
The inferior squiggle.
4 had the bow, and
5, I don't know if we ever saw anything in 5 yet. Or, well, actually, wait, where was the... Oh, the white sword was in 6, correct?
White sword was in 5.
Yeah, white was in... Okay, 6 was... Do we know what 6 was?
No, we haven't seen 6 or 8 as levels, so we have no idea what's in there, nor do we know what's in 7. Recorder was the white sword item. Our most item was the heart container. And sitting there on the coast enjoying its lovely sunshine is the red ring.
Well, with where the ladder seems to be, I guess the blue ring wasn't such a bad investment after all. For all we know, the ladder could be a 9.
Yep, but we do have the third Triforce piece over on Rich's side, and that is going to be the Triforce out of level 4.
Yep.
KillerApp does know where the Triforce here is in level 3, so that's going to be good. Knows where 4 is, and as we just saw from Rich, bombs is all we're going to need to get the Triforce out of level 4. And even more bananas getting thrown our way. KillerApp again getting sniped by the blue gorilla.
Yeah, I think at this point I'd just take the Triforce and run.
And we got to get there first between the blue gorillas
yeah,
and the squiggle of blue danger noodles. Good thing for KillerApp, he just has to make his way through the danger noodle room. radiorichg still has to kill it to find, oh, it's just bombs, and be very, very disappointed.
But at least Rich has a blue ring, so one of those is only going to bop him for 1 health instead of 2. So at least that's a bit more manageable. Plus, if you look at the health, that's enough to try and pull out the sword, maybe.
Yep, I love what App is doing here. Says, I'm tired of getting sniped by you. I'm going to bring out my bow. I've got 255 rupees. I can afford a couple of shots. Let's go.
Yeah.
You know, of all the things that could have been guarding the Triforce, likes is, you know, a pretty acceptable option.
Nope. Yeah, you have to deal with the whole entire IHOP of likes first.
Wait, I thought it was IHOB.
I don't know.
Neither do I, but what I do know is that we have our third Triforce piece for KillerApp, the Triforce out of level 3.
Yep.
And we're immediately going to go back into level 4.
And Rich here is going to take a look at the blue boomerang and say, nope, not today.
Good answer. I like that.
Yeah. I mean, I could understand if it was a 0 HP seed, but who'd want to play one of those?
I mean, I did back a couple of tournaments ago, and it was the random percent tournament. But KillerApp, unfortunately, not killing the room full of Dodongos here at the beginning. Going to opt to go deeper into the dungeon. Unfortunately for him, that Dodongo room's a Triforce.
Hmm.
Getting a clock in that room is fantastic because it's a tea room.
Yeah. Yep. So I was just thinking, though, with the bow and arrows, going back to level 1 and searching that room is going to be a lot easier.
You're not wrong. Oh, how about that? A Master Wizrobe room. Oh, that is so pretty.
Yeah, I think there was one in level 6, wasn't there? I mean, in the original vanilla game.
Yes.
So I don't know if they've been shuffled. Or do they stay in their rooms? I don't know how that works.
I know the rooms are shuffled, so I think if you end up in that room, so I think if that's the room, if that's the specific one from 6, it'll do that.
But that's interesting though, because each room is not tied to any specific value. I mean, each of the rooms all have different values. So they'd have to be hard coded to specific locations in the game, I think.
Not a clue. That is something somebody smarter than me will have to figure out.
Because I know the rooms are not indexed in the way, like, for example, Zelda 4's rooms are indexed. Also, here's a fun fact with the rooms. Each room has a potential 4 values for the exact same room configuration. You have the original, and then you have one for when there's a push block, and then you also have one for a different set of enemies. So the game actually takes care of 2 different lists of enemies. If that makes any sense.
As long as it keeps it so that I don't have to fight Wizrobes by entering and exiting, I can make them turn into ropes, I'm happy.
Yep. We got more Gibdos here.
Yeah, Gibdos have been a little touchy-feely, and as I'm about to say that, we get another hug.
Yeah, the mummies just want their kids.
Yeah, Rich back over here in level 5. Because we know that this was the white sword room from earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Just a plate of spaghetti. Sketty. So we are continuing on. Rich, KillerApp now, unfortunately, wasting bombs in this Wizrobe room does get a key for it. But now this Dodongo room is going to be the one we're going to want to kill. And why are we avoiding this room?
Well, maybe they don't know the Dodongo trick.
Maybe, but I would much rather kill the Dodongo room than to kill that monstrosity of a room.
True. Well, maybe he can wait to bomb the Dodongos.
They sigh. Yeah, blue Wizrobes coming back in with 3 hearts. Not a fun place to be. Also, not a fun place to be apparently is level 5. Yes, Tricks of Shadows. There is a Dodongo trick. In the vanilla game, you get a hint in level 2 that says Dodongo dislikes smoke. And what that means is if you have your bomb blow up into the Dodongo's hitbox and actually have it get hit by the smoke, you will actually stun the Dodongo so you can actually kill it with your sword. Anytime you kill a Dodongo in this manner, it's like setting the consecutive kills counter to 10, and you are guaranteed a bomb drop. Except on the point where the 16th kill in the consecutive kills counter would be one of these Dodongos, then you will still get the fairy. So good news for Rich here. We have a compass early in level 7, and once we pick up that means that's going to be our 5th Triforce. Now, we still need the silver arrows, but in these type of seeds, I'm all for jumping down into level 9.
Yeah, at that point, because if you dig 9, then even if you don't end up with the silver arrows, you'll still find, where Ganon is and where the kidnapped is. So then when you do get the arrows, you can come right back in and finish up. So that would be a good move.
Yep, I mean, that's what I know what I do. I would definitely be doing here because, one, we don't know where level 8 is. We don't know where level 6 is. So we know the items out of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the silvers are either in 6, 7, 8, or 9. Why not go ahead and explore level 9 and get some information and process? Yep, and that's exactly where Rich is going.
Yeah.
Yep. Also, just to keep in mind, following us here on Speed Gaming 5, we're going to have another round 3 race in the Pentaforce tournament. That's going to be Matrick versus Gary and Old Wolf. Adirondack Rick and Raikou Ryder will be taking over for us. Also, and that's going to be at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Also at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, down on Speed Gaming 4, is going to be Crimson Avix versus Dr. J PhD. I'm going to be moving down to that one along with OPT Lawyer. So if you need more delicious Zelda 1 randomizer action, Speed Gaming's got you covered.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Making puns in chat, I assume.
Well, I can think a lot better when I don't have to speak.
There are a lot of people I know who that's like. The compass is ladder blocked in 4.
Oh no.
Poor Rich.
You mean poor KillerApp?
Poor KillerApp, sorry. Yep, I'm getting my things confused. Rich now over here is in level 9. Good thing so far. I don't see a Wizrobe in level 9. I see Garias right now.
Well, probably not the worst.
Considering all the crazy stuff we've had to deal with, yeah, I'm perfectly okay with...
With Wand and White Sword. Oh, and there's those Danger Noodles again, but I'd say with the Blue Ring and a Wand, they're a lot less dangerous.
Yeah, but those are the mild Danger Noodles, not the spicy ones.
True. That's true. Oh, finally. KillerApp is finally taking a look at the Dodongo room.
Yep, and here we go. And there's the Dodongo trick, and there's KillerApp's 4th Triforce. That's conveniently enough, the Triforce out of level 4. So, of course, now being in level 9, there's a couple of things we are looking for in addition to the silver arrows.
Yep.
The first thing we're actually listening for is the roar of Ganon. Because if you're in a room that is cardinally adjacent, that means north, south, east, or west, from Ganon, you will hear his roar. The only exception, of course, is if there's a Patra in the room, then Patra's roar will cover up the roar of Ganon. Next thing we're going to be looking for is a shutter door that doesn't open, after you beat all the enemies in the room. That means we'll have found Zelda. I would say we're looking for some hints, but we don't have the book, so no hints here.
Yeah, the book's been hiding really well this seed.
I mean, it's summer. Nobody wants to do summer reading.
Hey, wouldn't it be something if the book was all the way back in level 1?
It would be. It would be even funnier for me personally, as if that's what the silver arrows were. Oh, we got the vertical moat room blocking some progress in 9. We're not out of the woods. We're not, completely blocked yet because we can still do some bombing around. But that is. Oh, shh.
Nope.
Nope, indeed. And this is one of those 9s where you only have the one direction you can go. Unfortunately for Rich, it doesn't have a key, so cannot go to the right here, which is a viable option. So we are at a crossroads here where we have one more bomb to play with, and not a whole lot of directions to go with it. And that's going to be it. Rich going to find out we need some keys, so there is nothing we can do in level 9 right now. But what KillerApp can do is find level 2.
There's plenty of keys in 9. The only problem is that they're not the kind you can unlock doors with.
This is the sound of me face palming.
Still waiting for Key Sanity.
That's C3.
No, I mean the one where all of the enemies are replaced by keys.
Who've rolled 5 HP.
1 HP. That way you can't just boomerang them.
You're evil.
Nope.
Like, very evil.
Oh.
Good news for App, though. He does have the arrows coming in here, so he'll at least have the wand after killing this blue Goma, assuming the blue Goma doesn't, you know, go all Spider-Man on him.
Well, it can't go Spider-Man. Well, it can just go Spider, but... Ooh. Ew. That's nasty.
Yeah, so we are looking... This is Zelda 1, the quest for keys. Keys, and I'm enunciating on purpose.
Well,
Saber, that's brilliant. Keys with original enemy HP plus 4. So Wizrobe Keys would have 13 HP, plus fire around, and fire beams. I love it.
oh, if you've ever played Zelda Classic, they've got Wizrobes that release bats that turn into Vires.
They also have 40-headed Gleeoks.
Yeah, which is really just 4-headed Gleeoks stacked on each other. It's 10 4-headed Gleeoks in a trench coat.
Now I need fan art of all of these Gleeoks stacked on top of each other with a giant trench coat. Oh, it's like that Doritos commercial with the dogs going in to get the Doritos from the store.
I remember this one time in the beta testing forums, people were coming up with ideas for new Wizrobes, and well, I can't repeat it here on stream, but it was pretty funny. Still remember that.
You'll have to DM that one to me later.
Yeah, I might have to. I think the post is from like almost 20 years ago, so I don't know if it's still around.
Wait, the internet existed 20 years ago?
Okay, am I the only one here who's existed for more than 20 years?
Yes, actually. 20 years ago, I had a Packard Bell computer that barely could do word processing.
Well, 20 years ago, I was using my brother's computer, so...
And you'd be surprised, this is actually the Zelda 1 community. We're actually one of the more well-seasoned communities on Twitch, aka we're a lot of old farts in here who like old games.
Well, you're a lot of old people that don't act like it.
No, absolutely not. I act like I'm still a 10-year-old.
Well, just today in the commentary, ran into somebody from the old forums from a long time ago. So, people are still remembering me from ages ago.
Mr. Cab is not responsible, he's a father. Oh, wow.
Wow, in 1 year, my username will be old enough to drink.
I have no words, just danger noodles.
Our legal age is 19.
Hot Fuzz, I remember Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego on Windows. I loved that game so much. But enough about reminiscing. You know what I don't love? Playing Find the Ladder.
Yeah. Oh, what if the ladder's in the bunny room?
That would be hilarious.
I'm convinced now that the progression in any way, shape, or form has got to be in the bunny room. gotta be. Oh, we got a sink death.
A sink death. Is that what happens when you leave the faucet on too long?
No, I think that's what happens when somebody throws the kitchen sink at you.
No, that's a sink duck.
Well, no, because if you duck, then you didn't get hit, so you don't die.
Fair enough. But here's the question: what? You don't know where 6 or 8 are. You don't have the book to get the hints. You have 2 items left if you're rich. Why are you choosing to explore 7 right now instead of going back through 1?
Because the one is full of bunnies.
But you have a bow and arrow.
Don't tell them that.
Well, what I am going to tell you is that KillerApp has finally got the Triforce out of level 2, and that's going to be his 5th Triforce, which means he can potentially go into level 9 as well. And the good thing for App is, well, 4 keys. Unfortunately, App is that's all, folks. Diving back into level 2. Hey!
Yep, with that 5th Triforce piece, he's now got a golden ticket to Ganon Wonka and the Nope Factory.
Dear Diary, today I learned the following has been redacted on the sense of we're online.
To quote another YouTuber who's in a completely different community, mistakes were made.
Yes, mistakes were very much made. But mistakes were not made in finally killing that Goma, and we have got the wand over on App's side. So now, again, we have the option of going into 9. But right now, I don't blame App for protecting these 2 spots over here, because you're here, you might as well.
So, what left on the overworld haven't they checked? Have they even checked Vanilla 9?
I don't know if we've seen a whole lot of Death Mountain.
Well, maybe, yeah, maybe not, because they wouldn't come in. They'd have to come in through the graveyard. That's
right.
quite a long distance.
Yeah, and we don't have the power bracelet, so the power bracelet spots are also open as well.
That's true. But
Watch,
level 3
was...
be in, yeah, wasn't level 3 up by the graveyard, so they can whistle to 3 and then check.
You can definitely whistle to 3 and check, absolutely. KillerApp going to go ahead and pick up a full fairy heal here, and maybe go up to level 9. This is a very interesting room over on Rich's side. We have a thick boy manhandler guarding a reverse C room, and this is 1 room to the left of the Triforce, so this could potentially be the item. However, the trailing fireball burnt Link right in the backside there, so round 2.
Oh dear. Ooh. Oh. There's another Goma. But I don't think it's got... Well, it might have a key.
Goma away. Anyway, KillerApp is going to go ahead on into level 9, and Rich is going to get a double pack of bombs.
Well, the rich only get richer.
Alright, KillerApp going to go ahead and continue his way through level 9. He does have the keys to burn, unlike Rich there. So we will potentially get to see a little more of level 9 than we saw on Rich's side. But the bomb placement's been pretty spot on for Rich so far here. Unfortunately, now we've got a spastic manhandler.
Almost. Come on. Oh.
There we go. We did have it here, and it is a staircase room. But unfortunately, he did push himself back through the wall. Thankfully, the manhandle will be dead, so we don't have to go through that again. And now we've got that Rich being very careful, and we have a transport staircase.
Oh no. That's a bad feeling.
Especially when it's one room south, but hey. Oh, and there we go. It leads us to the item room. So we do have the item room here in level 7. Let's hope for Rich's sake it's the any key or maybe the silver arrows, perhaps. Let's hope it's something good here. And drum roll, please. It is. Oh, it's the ladder.
That's good news.
That is great news because I guarantee you, Rich is making a beeline to the coast.
And you know what else he can? You know what else they can do too while they're checking the red ring. Check Megs.
We can absolutely do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I'm Rich right now, I make a beeline for the coast.
Yep. In this seed, it's the coast with the most.
They sigh.
Hey, you see why I was so hesitant to sign up for commentary?
No, not at all.
Oh.
I'm lay sighing because usually I'm the one making all the bad jokes.
Yep.
Rich, not heading towards the coast or level 9, or heading towards the forgotten spot?
I guess they finally remembered where it was.
I'm a little confused here.
Maybe level 8?
No, just nothing. But we do have more exploration of level 9 happening on KillerApp's side. That door to the right is going to go ahead and be a staircase, and Rich going to go ahead and pick up a key. And my favorite thing about this game is when you buy the key, you get the no. You get the almost like the game is shaming you for buying a key music. It's great. It's like, thanks, game. I already feel bad enough that I'm having to spend my hard-earned money on this key. And you're gonna go and do that to me? Really?
Yeah, that's what happens when the game tries to handle 2 sound effects at a time.
Really? That's 2 sound effects at the same time?
Yeah. What the game uses for music is different flags. So if you set a flag, it sets it to the overworld music, and with other flag, yeah. So that's how it That's how it does it. And apparently all of the music is in pieces, too. So.
Oh, interesting. We might have a potential bait block here in level 9.
Wow.
That's very interesting. Let's see if we can bomb our way around it. Well, looks like we can. For now. But I always find it interesting when we see the big hungry gorilla there.
But there is one problem with that, though.
What?
If there was a hint, that eats up a hint.
It does. He not only eats up your bait, he eats up the hint as well.
Yep. That could have been a hint to tell where the silvers were. Of course, doesn't matter a whole lot without the book, but...
Hey, the silver to kill the beast lies somewhere.
Yeah. Or in Zebus.
But what we do have is one of our 2 remaining levels over in this B1 slot over on Rich's side. So that's very interesting. Opting to dive into here instead of continuing the exploration through level 9. I understand it, because, well, you know, this feels like, by the cursor, this feels like level 8 to me. Yep, there it is, level 8. So Rich going to go ahead and explore level 8. He's definitely looking for the items in here. Triforce not needed. And we've got KillerApp trying to go ahead and kill this delicious tasting pancake over here.
So for outstanding items, we've got the any key, we've got Lord Banana. What else? Let's see, what else is there? Silvers, power bracelet,
and
wrapped.
And hi, Patra, how are you?
Ugh.
Is right.
Yeah.
Well, that's an interesting item to find for Rich because it's the other outstanding item we didn't have. It was the book. And that's going to be a huge thing for Rich here because he will now be able to read and understand anything that most of the creatures here in this seed are saying. So that is actually has the potential of being a huge, huge find.
Now, have we even seen a hint shop yet?
I don't know if we have or we have not, but we definitely know that there is some hints places that we have come across, and oh, it gets Y forced an 8. Oh!
Oh no.
Not the thing you want when you're digging for the second item. But again, the one good thing about being in this sort of a sort of different blitzkrieg mode, as it were, is you're not going through these rooms looking for Triforces. You're strictly looking for any room that could be a staircase. If it has no potential to be a staircase, you have no need to kill it at all.
Well, keys would also not hurt too.
True, but in the situation that you're in here, you were specifically looking for items. So keys, while yes, they help, you're not going to go out of your way to kill rooms that you don't need to. And there is the raft in level 9. So we've got one of our 2 level 9 items being the raft. Now that could lead us to level 6.
Oh.
And here is a staircase in level 8.
Nope.
33% chance that this is the item. 66% chance that it's a transport staircase. And it is the other item. It's the silver arrows!
Oh boy. Bunny room not required.
Nope, but that's crazy. So silver arrows were buried in 8, which are buried up in B1 in Death Mountain. That's just bananas. Like the worst possible spot it could be in. And we finally have got our silver arrows.
Yep.
So now Rich can make his way over to level 9, and all he has to worry about is, well, keys, and then finding pig and finding girl.
First, he's going to stop and redeem his ladder for a nice shiny red ring.
I don't blame him in the slightest.
Oh. Going without the red ring for this long, especially with the enemy configurations, not fun.
Oh, quick stop here, and nope, 11 hearts not enough for the magical sword, but you're right here, you might as well take a stab at it.
Oh no. Yeah, that pun was absolutely magic.
Do you believe in it?
Oh yeah.
And we have a rude Patra there over on App's side, but he still is surviving with the half a heart. Unfortunately for Killer App, survives the Patra, dies to the gel.
Now, what were we saying about shameful deaths earlier?
Not necessarily shameful, it's just disheartening.
Well, death by jello?
Again, not the worst thing in the world. Really? Hold on, I'm getting booed for my pun in chat by somebody whose username is Sarcasm Powered. Most of my puns are sarcastic. Why am I being booed by that username?
So Rich is back in 9, and
we're going to go ahead and try and get a clip here, and we are going to go ahead and clip, and Killer App going to go ahead and pick up the old blue ring, which the blue ring shop was raft blocked. I love it. Now chat giving me all kinds of reasons why I'm getting booed by the sarcastic username. It's great. Chat and I, we have a love-hate relationship. They all love to hate on me.
Oh yeah.
And we have a hint here, and this is the book paying dividends. The kidnapped awaits in southwest of Skull. So, of course, the kidnapped is referring to, in this case, Princess Zelda, who Link is going to rescue there. This is the unfortunate side effect of having to pick up the book in this seed to get the hints, is the wand gets the Lago beams.
Yeah, those fires are no fun when you keep bumping into them, but with Red Ring, at least it's not so bad.
You haven't played this game until you've accidentally killed yourself with your own wand fire.
I might have once, maybe. I don't know, I never used to pick up the book. Well, I mean, I did, but not since I started playing Rando.
There was a Rando seed I can remember where Candle was so hard to find, but Wand was the white sword item, and Book was the item in 4, which was the easiest dungeon to find, that there were like 3 or 4 of us who went back into 4 and picked up the book for our fire source.
Wow.
I was one of them.
Wow, that's... wow.
No regrets.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Absolutely. However, nothing's gonna beat. There was a seed that was completely candle not required.
Huh.
It was fantastic. Like I saw it before, and just seeing a seed where you don't have to burn anything to get anywhere is just wow. So Radio Rich here is going to be walking into that Patra here in a couple of rooms. Is it this one or is it the next one? No, yeah, it's a couple from here. But the one good thing for Rich is now, if he decides he wants to go back up to that northwest corner of the map, he does have the ladder to continue.
Yep. But the key count's not looking too terribly good.
No, but with 8 bombs, we're at least at a point where we can try and bomb our way through. But apparently we found the sturdier built section of level 9, but we're going to have to continue our way down by killing the likes. Oh, hi! Hi, Patra. How are you?
Die, Patra.
Do you want to kill a Patra?
It doesn't have to be a Patra.
Finally! Somebody who goes the next line for me. Thank you! Well, I've been waiting, what, a year and a half for this? I know. Someone's going to tell me to let it go, TG.
Sorry, I'm just thinking how...
That could be dangerous.
I'm at a loss for how I know any of this stuff.
I'm not. I love Disney.
I mean, besides having watched Frozen. Did you ever see the Christopher Robin movie that came out?
No, CGI poo looked really creepy. Oh, the other item in 9's the any key, the perfect item for Rich to find. Are you kidding me right now? That's just bananas.
Well, it's not bananas, it's the any key.
Yes, and Killer App also is in level 8, so he's going to come across the silver arrows here really soon. So both of our runners here, and actually he's going to come across silver arrows in this room. So now the interesting thing becomes, Rich has the ladder, App does not. Both of them are going to be able to go into 9. Rich also has the advantage of the book and the any key, but both of our runners now do have the required items to beat Ganon.
Yeah, but where's Ganon?
Somewhere we haven't been yet.
That's the big question there.
Oh, shoot. Yes, Darkwing 1014. The blue ring doubles your defense, and then the red ring doubles the defense from that. So it would be have and have again. Yes.
Yep, quadruple.
So let's go ahead and kill a Patra. Rich being very conservative here, not using the wand. I don't blame him in this room. Trying to dodge the fires from the wand in this room can be a bit of a pain. Be interesting to note if this is a required room to go through, because Killer App could not get through that.
And what's on the other side? More doors.
Wait, Mordor? Who's got the ring?
Well, Rich has the ring.
But is it the ring?
Yeah, pretty much.
We're sure it's the one ring.
Yeah, check it out. It's in canon.
Wait, why are we putting the ring in a
in my
cannon?
head, but you know.
Let's see. Why are we putting the ring in a cannon? Like, we have no need to launch things anywhere. This isn't Secret Mana.
Okay, don't blow the joke out of proportion, okay?
I got a short fuse.
I knew my commentary was gonna bomb at some point. Anyway.
Anyway, we are moving on.
Yeah.
We're going to continue on our bombing through level 9, and if we don't have a way here, this could be one of those magic staircase situations, or we might just have to go back to, well, we'd have to go back to the northwest, because we've already discovered our place down there. So it looks like everything we're looking for is going to be in the southwestern part of level 9 here, and I do want to point out that Crystal Saver is right, that this has been a blast so far.
Nope.
But again, now we are here on our way trying to listen for the pig, trying to find Zelda, which would be the door that doesn't close or that doesn't open, although we do in fact know that Zelda is down in the southwest of the map, because we got a hint for that.
And yep. That's what I thought. That was the river room from before.
Yep, absolutely. So now the question is, where do we go from here? And I think the answer is there was a key door down to the in the south east that Rich found when he took one of these staircases. So I believe that's our next course of action. Yep, that one right there, as a matter of fact. Oh, I think I think KillerApp has been here already. But no, we're going to continue our way through, and that's right, KillerApp couldn't get through this part because of the ladder block.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, and to continue on the musical theme, Tetrally in chat dropping a wonderful "Love is an open single shutter door." I love you all, chat, right now. I really do. KillerApp going to go ahead and push this and find the any key. Going to be absolutely happy to find that, especially sitting at one key. So both of our runners now do have the any key, and the advantage is with Rich, who has a little bit more of 9 mapped out, but more importantly, has the ladder. So we've got another staircase here, which we know is going to be a transport staircase because we've seen both of the items.
Yep.
But now we're just listening and looking and trying to find the Z-Pig.
Zelda can't be too far away.
Nope.
Oh,
I love it when Ganon is guarding Zelda. That's always my favorite.
Well, isn't Ganon always guarding Zelda?
But I mean, like, right next door.
Like in the good old days.
Yeah. So here's a place we haven't been to, and we've got a bunch of gorillas, and, well, we've got gorillas and syrup and pancakes. So is that, like, I'm not sure, what type of breakfast meat would be? Oh, there's a wall master in this, or is it Zelda? One of the two. It's either Zelda or there's a wall master in this room. One of the two.
Oh. I would double check.
Nope, there was a wall master in the room. Nope, that's Zelda.
Ow.
That is Zelda. Okay, so with the clock there, yeah, he could move the block, that's right. So yeah, that was Zelda, so we now know where Zelda's hiding. Now, how do we get to Ganon?
What if... Did we check out behind the big block?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, so there's
we were
another
able
way
to bomb
around.
our way over there.
Bait block Ganon. That would be fun.
Well, I've seen bait block Zelda before. Unfortunately, it was in a room above Zelda, so you could just walk through it.
No.
So here's the big thing for Rich right now. We are bombless. Ooh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, I hear Ganon. So
Maybe.
Rich found Ganon. Ganon's in the room to the left of that moat room. Yep. So Ganon's one room to the left of left and down to where we are.
And that's the other side of Zelda's room, isn't it?
I think it might be.
Yeah.
So here we go. We have found ourselves a Piggy Wiggy. Unfortunately, we can't get to Zelda's room from here. At least this side of it.
So with the wooden sword, or the, should I say, the white sword, it's going to take around 8 hits to take down the pig.
Yep, Ganon has 15 HP, which means he's going to take 8 hits with the white sword. Could have a shuffle between plus or minus 2 HP, so it's going to be anywhere between 7 and 9 hits with the white sword to kill the pig. And there we go, we have got ourselves a dead pig. But yeah, Zelda's room is right near where we are, so all we have to do is go up a little bit, and we will find ourselves some Zelda.
Yep. Bringing home the bacon for Zelda.
Yep, and there is Zelda. So Radio Rich is gonna come in first place here, and oh, the ladder's required.
Oh,
KillerApp's
no.
gonna need the ladder. Oh no!
Oh,
Oh, that ladder is huge. So Radio Rich gonna come in first place with an official SRL time of 1 hour 38 minutes and 18 seconds. But wow, ladder required.
GG.
That's just rude.
But wasn't the ladder required to get to Ganon in the first place, so...
I don't know for sure if there wasn't a workaround there, but the ladder is definitely required.
Yeah.
For Zelda. So yeah, that diving of level 7 was very good. The interesting thing about that ladder in 7 was if you bombed one room to the left of the Triforce, it was basically through there.
Yeah, you really have to search high and low to find everything.
That's the nature of these seeds.
I'll search high and rule.
Oy. But Killer App is going to go ahead and, not to spoil anything, but we're going to go ahead and get the dot forfeit over in the IRC. So that is going to do it for this race here. Killer App is going to quit the race here, and Rich is going to end up as the winner. So we do have a Radio Rich here in the setup booth behind us, so we'll get him in here and get a little bit of some talking points happening, so stick right with us, guys. And with that, we've got ourselves a Rich.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Loud and clear.
Awesome. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, that was a seed.
I think I knew it was going to be kind of fetchy after I was pretty much out of keys running through 9 the first time. I was like, okay, level 7 has got a pretty easy set. Let's go ahead and let's finish that out. And then thought it'd probably be a good idea for me to go and check some other stuff. And so I was like, well, Death Mountain really hasn't been done, and was able to find 8, and there were the silvers. So at that point, I was like, okay, let's go ahead and make this happen.
Yeah, and that's a question I wanted to ask. You had bow and you had wooden arrows at the point. Why did you go back into 7 first instead of digging 1 for the second item when a couple of the rooms there were just guarded by Pole's voice?
You know, in the back of my mind, I was like, okay, go back to 1. That's probably a decent move, because I had lost my first race because I did not go back into 1. But I also knew that there was a couple, like 8 was still out there, and 7 just had a pretty easy set. And so I thought I'd just go ahead and dig 7 for a little bit. And of course I digged it for a while, but yeah, I guess that was my move, and that's where I wanted to go.
Yeah, no, that beefy manhandle, though, did not want to play nice.
No, not at all. He was a big jerk.
Yeah, and also we've got Killer App in here.
Hey, GG, congrats, Radio.
Oh, thanks, man. GG yourself.
Yeah, so since we get you both here, the question I want to ask here is, you both sort of found easier quote-unquote dungeons pretty early on. Level 1 and 2 were both early finds from you guys. So when you find an early dungeon like a level 1 or level 2, you're all excited to go in it, and then, oh hey, hit the brakes, there's a bunch of whiz robes in here. How does that make you feel at the start of a seed?
Well, I was like on 3 hearts for a long time. I couldn't find any health at all in dungeons anywhere. So it made it like really painful for me, especially early on.
Yeah, when I find those early on, I tend to get caught up and just try to battle my way out of it. But I really was kind of like, okay, let's just save these for later. We'll come back. We'll get a little defense. And so this time I just kind of changed it up a little bit and decided to go back into 2 later on instead of clearing it all the way through.
Yeah, it turns out 2 only had the wand in it, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so I mean, aside from that, having because you both did end up finding them, the silver arrows being an 8, but 8 being up in the far upper left-hand corner of Death Mountain.
Yeah, I knew that was going to be a problem for me at some point, because I was up there for a little bit, and then I was like, okay, let's just go ahead and get out here. We've got 4 Triforces. We know where level 5 is. Let's just go get that, and let's make a play for 9. And obviously that was the wrong move at that time, but it's nice to go back to Death Mountain and feel welcome.
I think that's the first time anyone ever said they feel welcome on Death Mountain. All right, so one other thing I do want to ask, I want to get both of your opinion on this, because if you do go back and watch this, you're going to hear a little debate throughout once this. So we've been having a debate on the proper nickname for Landmolas. Now, I want you guys' opinion. Do we want to call them Nope Ropes or Danger Noodles?
Those are both really good.
Yeah, I'd say they're about equal.
I usually,
I
whenever I
couldn't
see
pick
him in
really.
commentary, I always call him the Terminator, but I like Nope Rope. That's kind of my jam. I'm into it.
I call them the fire wires.
Ooh, Firewire is also a good one. And I've also started a petition to call large groups of them a squiggle.
Yep. Yeah. That's
Okay,
true.
I can get behind that.
Yep. And
Swiggle
also-
and Nope Ropes.
Yeah, or a squiggle of Danger Noodles. Either one works. Also, App, just so you are aware, ladder was required at the end of this. Zelda was in a remote room.
That's what I did. Just getting stuck there. It's like, well, I think I bombed every wall I could. So yeah, I don't have the ladder. Nope.
No, fair enough, fair enough. So again, thank you guys very much for a fantastic race put on here. I don't have any more questions. Jiggly, do you have any questions you wanted to ask?
No, I can't think of anything offhand. That was a good race.
Thank you.
Yep.
And everybody, make sure you guys give Killer App a follow, TGE, Jiggly Saint, and of course our tracker and restreamers. Give them a follow. Really hard work they put in.
Yeah, thank you. As I was mentioning here, in an hour from now, right here on Speed Gaming 5, we're going to have Matrick versus Gary and Old Wolf. Your commentary team for that's going to be Adirondack Rick and Raikou Ryder. And also at 10 p.m. Eastern Time over on Speed Gaming 4, it's going to be Crimson Avix versus Dr. J PhD. So both of those are coming up. And since Radio Rich was nice enough to plug me, I'm going to be nice enough to plug him. Tomorrow, we've got a bunch of early afternoon races, 2 and 3 p.m. Eastern, but specifically, I don't know where it's going to be yet, but at 2 p.m. Eastern, there's going to be a race between King Doll and Sea Falcon with Radio rich on the call, so make sure you give him some love as well. So with that, that's going to do it for us right now on Speed Gaming 5. So on behalf of all of our people behind the scenes, that's the Speed Gaming team, Fiesel and his crew do a wonderful job, so give them some love. Psycho and GU is our producer behind the scenes, our tracker J Dirk, and my broadcast partner Jiggly Saint, as well as both of our runners Radio Rich G and KillerApp23. I am the Greenleaf Effect, reminding everybody to, of course, keep hailing.